Hello, it's Mac Freeman from Tough Stars. In this video, I will show you how to stretch your hip flexor muscles. So if you are suffering from lower back pain, or you have some hard time even to squat or train, or you feel some pain around your hip area, stretching your hip flexor muscle will benefit you a lot. Now, about a hip flexor muscle, first of all, just so you know, the hip flexor muscle is responsible of doing this movement. As you already figured out, when you are sitting, driving, your hip flexors are always in a flexed position, always in a short position, and as long as you're going to be in that position, your hip flexor will get tighter and tighter and tighter. So if you are working in the office, if you are a driver, stretching them will benefit you again a lot, not just if you have a lower back pain, as I mentioned before. How we're stretching our hip flexors and at the same time have a good mobility with them as well. So first of all, warm up before you're doing anything. First things first. Okay, don't do it much on cold body. So have a nice warm up. And I want you to start with a mobility exercise for the hips, which is going to look like that. I will show you from both sides so you can actually see it. So first of all, you're going to come down to a 4 position and I'm going to bring one leg forward to the line of your hands and back down, dropping your hips as you do that, and again back down. Now, doing that, I'm mobilizing, I'm moving my hips and stretching them in the same time. As you see me doing, I'm dropping down my knee. So my hips are literally going to come all the way down, and you're going to feel a small stretch, not very much of a big stretch, but small stretch in your hip flexors. In front of you, I will show you it's going to look like this. Hands in the front, and make sure again you're bringing up your leg to the line of your, I don't know if you can see it from here, in the line of your hands. Back here, again. And changing legs, and do like this for maybe 10 each leg. Take a minute break and do another 2 or 3 sets. It doesn't really matter, you can get away with 2. After that, how we're stretching the hip flexors. So this is what you're going to do. Take one leg back, and then bring your hip forward. So technically, you're doing something like that, right? So again, take one leg back and bring the entire hip forward. Now, just by doing that, you're already going to feel a nice, comfortable stretch on your hip flexor, which is fine. And by the way, make sure that your weight is kind of balanced, kind of in the middle, but a little bit in your front leg. So this leg is quite relaxed and straight. Now, once you're here, take the same hand when your leg is on the back, lift it up, and you're already going to feel a high increased stretch on your hips, and then turn to the opposite side. And then, ladies and gentlemen, you will feel extreme stretch in your hip flexor muscle. It's going to feel nice, it's not going to be that painful. Hold for 20 seconds. Change again to your opposite leg, change again back to your other leg, and do it at least 3 times for each leg. So this is number 1. Number 2, it's the same stretch, but you can do it on the floor. Literally, you're going to come down to a lunge position, and as you did before, drop your body weight forward. Make sure you're squeezing up your glutes and you're rotating your pelvis in. So again, squeezing up your bum. Chest nice and straight, keep your back also nice, straight and secured, and drop down. Okay, I'll show you actually from this angle. So again, squeeze your bum in. You're already going to feel a nice stretch on your hip flexors, and drop down. Hold for 20 seconds, switch legs, and do that repeatedly 3 times every leg. So those are the 2 most common stretches for the hip flexors, but before you just stretching it, remember you also want to make sure that those muscles are also mobile. You don't want to keep them just being stretched, but also strong and mobile. So make sure you do a lot of hinge exercises, squats, deadlifts, RDLs, and in the same time also mobilizing your hips, as I showed the exercise in the beginning, and stretch before or after your training day. That's it, guys. Again, my name is Mac Freeman from Top Stars. I hope this video was helpful and you enjoyed it. If any questions, please put them down in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe for more upcoming videos, and see you next time. Have a good day.